let's start with Deshaun Watson. How tradable is he?
Hey, Dan, I'm not your clickbait guy. Everybody's rushing to the fantasy football trades and it's going to be really hard. He signed a new contract, as everyone knows, 4 short months ago. He committed to the Texans 4 years. And when you do these big contracts, we'll talk about Carson Wentz too, there's consequences. And consequences if somehow you move on, somehow you separate early in the contract, which of course would be incredibly early in the contract. Best case for the Texans would be leaving behind $27 million of dead money. For people who don't understand, dead money is not cash. The cash has been paid. Dead money is cap accounting that stays on your cap even after the player leaves. $27 million for a player that won't be there. Now, of course, you're getting rid of your franchise player, your best player. You've got to add quarterbacks in place of him. So it's going to be a lot more than $27 million allocated to quarterback.
But how long does the $27 million stay?
That would stay this year.
Okay, that would
stay this year.
So,
then next year, it would be off the books. But again, what is value for Deshaun Watson? I've said from the beginning, Dan, they got a new general manager. If he trades Deshaun Watson, he's going to be an old general manager pretty quick.
But if I was the owner and you were my GM and I ordered you to trade Deshaun Watson, what would you ask for?
Well, I think you're talking about a young player at the top of his game that's only going to get better. I don't even know what to ask for. I mean, this is kind of the James Harden kind of trade where you have multiple number one picks. You need players back. You need to replace the position. I don't know if there's ever been a trade like this. When we talk, quarterbacks don't make it to this kind of market.
Well, we normally trade up to get a pick.
Right.
In a draft, and we're giving draft capital there. This is an established franchise, legitimate top 7, 6, 5 quarterback probably in the NFL right now, playing on a bad team. Is he
Carson Wentz, we're going to talk about him, but to get him, just to give you an idea, they traded a first and a fourth for that year, a first and a second for the upcoming year. Okay, and that's a player who had never played and who was coming in on a rookie contract, which is cheap, relatively. So just think about those kind of things. I mean, Deshaun Watson would be multiple times that. And again, I do not think it's going to happen.
Carson Wentz, what's the likelihood he gets traded? And what would you be asking for in return?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get traded again, because now we're talking about, here's that dead money number again, Dan. It's $34 million, best case. Now, if they pay him the $10 million roster bonus before they trade him, or June 1 kind of thing, then it's $44 million, not $34 million of dead money. So I don't think it's going to happen. We've seen the change with Peterson. Basically they chose Wentz over Peterson. They chose the guy they want to fix. And the reason they want to fix him is because it's such a massive investment. They're not going to move on from that. And again, people say his talent's regressed. Well, we know he's done it, right? 2 years ago, he played MVP quality football. So someone's going to fix him. It's not going to be Doug Peterson. I think he stays.
Well, you are a buzzkill. You're not clickbait. You don't think?
This is not the NBA. You trade James Harden and you get picks and players and all that, but there's no long tail of economics. That's what people need to understand. I managed a cap for 10 years. NFL economics is so different.
But if you're Deshaun Watson's agent, you know the math here. Like how do you trade? How do you get your client out of Houston?
If you really want to get him out, you pay back a lot of millions of dollars. People have suggested that, which I think if I'm an agent, I'm not suggesting that.
Yeah.
This guy signed 4 months ago. I don't know what changed. People say, well, he had to take it because the money was so big. Well, Dak Prescott, that market's not going to go down. I don't think Deshaun Watson had any downside to waiting to do a contract, even if injured. His market was going up.